Hi, my name's Graham Martin. I'm the Recruitment Guy. This is a video specifically for the Francis of Assisi College in Alrdidge. I understand that you're about to go on Work Experience Week, and indeed we're finding more and more that organisations are very interested to get people into their companies to actually take part in the work experience opportunity. Now, my experience of going out talking to schools and talking to years 10, 11 and 12, sometimes 13, is that they view work experience as a little bit of a holiday, a week away from school, maybe something not to be taken quite so seriously. Now, I'm here to try and convince you to do the exact opposite, to take it very, very seriously and recognise what a genuine opportunity this is for you. Because more and more employers are coming to us and they're saying, right, we want to see people with good GCSEs, particularly English and Maths, we want great communication skills, we want something between the ears, common sense perhaps, very importantly. But they're also saying to us, so what has this person done apart from their qualifications, the GCSEs, their A-levels, their MVQs and so forth? And they're saying to us, what have they done in their work experience opportunities? So they're going to look at your CV and say, right, has this person had some experience, relevant or otherwise? And of course, relevancy would be preferable, but they want to know what you've learnt from it. So you'll find that you'll have a conversation which will be about your school, your education, your ambitions, but I spend quite a bit of time talking about your work experience. So my tips to you today are, firstly, do some preparation. Find out what the company does, who they do it for, who are their clients, who's the competition. Don't just look on their website, but also look on their competition's website. Try and get a feel for the sector. Read the magazines. Look on the online websites that tend to be driven by the trade association or the business group. Look at them on LinkedIn. Maybe check them out on Facebook. Do they have a Facebook profile? Are they tweeting as well? So when you do go there, you're probably going to be sat down, and part of the induction is going to be them asking you, so what do you know about us? And the right way to get off on the right foot is to actually have some background about them. Now, I'm not going to talk about the kind of work experience opportunities you've got because I don't know you. I don't know what you've been put forward for. But I'd like to think that you've actually made a conscious decision to choose something that relates to your individual passion. I wouldn't be working in a baker's shop if your sole raison d'etre is to become, let's say, a gym instructor. So you get there. Hopefully you've done your research in advance about how you can get there. Where do the buses stop? How often do they run? And maybe if you're using public transport, remember that the weekend traffic is very, very different to that in the week. And if you're going to get a lift there, you might need to leave extra time. So you're going to turn up looking smart, neat, tidy. I think nobody ever got turned away from wearing a jacket and a tie or a smart blouse. For guys, unless you're joining a creative environment, get rid of earrings, get rid of flash watches, just look smart and tidy. And ladies as well, I probably avoid too much jewellery, too much heavy duty lipstick, get rid of perfumes, don't be wearing aftershave, guys. Shoes shiny, decent nails, decent haircut, and very importantly, take a hardback book with you. If those of you watch some of my videos, you'll know that I'm a real advocate of taking notes with a hardback book and a decent pen rather than one that the Labrador has chewed, okay? So when you're sitting down with them and they say, so what do you know about our business? You've actually got some information there ready to talk about. But in addition, you've got a place to record information. So hopefully they're going to talk you through what's expected of you in that first week. And your job is to really ask more questions. Find out exactly what's required. Find out what time they start, what time they finish. Make sure you understand where you go for lunch. Do you have your lunch at your desk, or do you go out? Is it an hour? Is it half an hour? Is there a tea break? And what I want to see you doing is not, absolutely not, getting in on the dead of 9 if it's a 9 o'clock start and leaving dead on 5 or 5:30. Get there a bit early, stay a bit late. Ask what else you can possibly do to support them. And really do use this week as an opportunity for you to learn about not only the organisation and the sector, but the world of work and how people interact with each other. It's very different out in the big wide world than it is actually in a classroom where your teacher is in charge, or whereupon there might be a, should we say, a hierarchy or pecking order within the students. And once you've actually been through the work experience week, ask them if they provide you with a letter on headed paper about what you actually did there, what the skills were, what you learnt, how you performed. So headed paper, get them to sign it off and put that with your record of achievement. It's always good to have that clipped to your CV when you're applying for your first couple of jobs. So do use this as a really good opportunity. Also, I would follow up I'd send them an email or a good old-fashioned letter afterwards and thank them for their time, because that little thing might make a difference between you getting a really good reference or report and maybe just an average one. And who knows, maybe something will click for some of you and you'll think, yes, I actually want to work for this company. I've got experience of friends of mine that have been through organisations where they've done work experience and the employer said, look, we really like you, do your A-levels, get a degree or whatever and come back and see us. In fact, one chap got a job at Barcap, that's the merchant division for Barclays, and they took him on for a week. They liked him so much, that's where he did his internship, and guess what? They offered him a job at the end of it, subject to getting a good degree. So these little contacts you make early on are very useful. Also, hook up with the people afterwards on LinkedIn, ask for their permission. And just a little quick aside, check out your Facebook page. Would you want a future prospective employer to see your Facebook page? If not, I'd probably take it down. The idea today is that young people have got to look increasingly professional. There's a lot of competition with people with good GCSE grades, and therefore the employer is looking for something just a little bit different. Other tips, turn off your phone, or even better, leave it at home or leave it in your car or somewhere where it can't possibly go off. Ask what the policy is about email and use of the internet. What I don't want to see you doing is surfing the net, looking for holidays and cars and talking to your friends when really there's a big ban on it. Likewise, email. Are you allowed to send email to your friends, or is it just business only? So I'd learn as much as you can, grab it by the scruff of the neck, make it work, really make it work for you. And I wouldn't just say that this should be the end of your work experience week opportunity. I know lots of people who are doing work experience weeks and up to 2 or 3 weeks in summer holidays as they get older, because that's what employers are looking for. The assumption is that you're bright, the assumption is that you're going to get good grades. Okay, but what else can you offer? So do go out of your way and continue to get relevant work experience under your belt, because that is what's going to make a huge difference when you get to leave school, college or university and apply for a job. If you've got any queries, do come back to me. It's Graham Martin. You can find me help@therecruitmentguy.com, and indeed if you want to look at my website, therecruitmentguy.com, or even better, my YouTube channel, you're going to find a lot more content there about work experience, how to prepare for full-time permanent positions and really take advantage of these opportunities. So good luck to you. Hope it goes well. The sun is shining down here today, so I hope that whatever you're doing, whether you're inside or outside, you get good weather and you really enjoy it. Bye for now.